If you often find yourself sitting and feeling guilty about it, noticing it really doesn't make you feel all that great, perhaps you're working in an office all day, or maybe you're a student, or if you're a taxi or a truck driver, it doesn't matter. If you sit a lot, you're in the right place, because we're about to do an exercise routine that can really help you feel better if you're in pain, especially in the lower back area, but also affecting the hips, knees, and the upper sections of the body. What specifically happens with these exercises is that the muscles shorten by sitting, which then trigger corresponding reactions in the body, like pain, for instance. So we must systematically work on them. And that means making what is too short longer and making what is too stiff, too tight, flexible again. We'll do exactly 3 exercises now, starting with the most important one. Please take both hands and place them underneath the buttocks, or at the lower part of the buttocks, and then gently move your pelvis forward, your groins forward, yes, and notice if there's any tension building up there. Then you gently come back and allow yourself to lean a little forward, feeling into your lower back. What's happening there? Then you go back to standing straight and gently shift your pelvis to the right. And take a moment to sense how it feels in your lower back. On the right side, do you feel any tension in the area? And then gradually return to the center and ease your hips gently to the left and gently bend your torso over to the right side. Very good. And let's feel the differences. We're going to work along these axes because they play a significant role in back pain. When you stretch them, you often feel better already. Now focus on your pelvis again. Pull your stomach inwards and gently move the groins forward. So, this particular area here, you should bring forward and gently draw the stomach a bit further back, along with your torso. And slowly ease yourself into this stretch, very carefully, take it slow, especially if you're doing it for the first time. And pay attention to where it pulls and stretches. Usually you'll feel it in this area, or possibly here on the stomach, and it's also common to notice it in the back, especially in the lower back region. Don't be startled, that's perfectly okay, because it indicates that we're precisely pulling on the muscles that, due to the prolonged influence of sitting, tend to become more tense, and we absolutely need to release that tension. And then breathe into it a bit more each time. Deeply in, deeply out. And slowly come back up. Take a moment to feel again. And now you have to bend forward your groin area. This means that you don't simply leave the pelvis in place and bend the torso, but instead you try to move the entire pelvis forward to gently bring the navel forward and downward. And then you notice a particular tension in the lower back area. Maybe it also pulls a lot in the back of the knees. If that's the case, do the following. Gently bend your knees just a little until the discomfort you're feeling here isn't as strong, and go a bit deeper to target your lower back even more, okay? How are you feeling? And every time you do this exercise, you can stretch the leg a little bit further until it's fully extended. Then you gradually proceed a bit further down and start to notice that, especially in the lower area, it begins to really pull on those tight muscles, which are so stressed from sitting all day long that they become extremely tense for most people. Keep moving further down. Just allow yourself to lean more and more forward. And then gradually begin to slowly come back up again. Then we've already gone through the 2 primary axes, and now we'll further enhance that by incorporating the lateral movements. Shift your hips outward to the right side, and slide your left hand gently along the outside of your left leg. Keep sliding deeper and deeper. Keep a straight posture otherwise, shift to the side, and then you'll start to feel how the stretching is triggered on the whole right side of your hip or your lower back area. And keep breathing gently in and out into the stretch. And like with the other 2 exercises, go as far into the stretch as is still comfortably bearable. So challenge yourself, but don't overdo it. Being overwhelmed would mean it's so painful that you have to step out. That should absolutely never happen. You must consistently work just within the zone of comfortable pain. Let's go on. Extend your arm up and over your head, reaching further to the side, and deepen the stretch for an even greater effect. And then you begin to notice how the stretch extends even more deeply into the lateral trunk area. And try to enjoy these exercises because it also has a lot to do with your back, but also with your hip joints, which become freer as a result. And then you gently make your way back. And now we're going to perform it on the other side. That means initially you do it without involving the left arm. Shift your pelvis towards the left side and then move your right hand down along the outside of the right leg, gradually going even further down. Shift your pelvis towards the left side, lean your upper body to the right. You should feel a noticeable stretch in the area of your hips. Do you feel it? Is it too much? Adjust it once more so that it is still just barely comfortable and within a tolerable range. You can incorporate your breathing into this process, always easing a bit further into the stretch with each slow, controlled exhale. And then you incorporate the movement of your arm, gently pulling even more to the right, using your left arm. And then you'll begin to notice as well. Here again, the stretch goes from the pelvis further up into the torso. Keep breathing nicely. And gently come back up. Now that we've cleared away some tension and done some good stretching, we're going to put it into motion yet again. Push your hips forward smoothly and gently hyperextend. You can also briefly include moving your head. Slowly rise back up, and then carefully move forward. Fully extend the hips backward. Come down low until it stretches in the lower back. And gently and slowly return all the way back up to standing. Then shift over to the left side once again. Push your hips outwardly to the right side. Be sure to include the arm as well. And proceed to move over to the right side once more. Your left arm gradually pulls you further and further into that stretch as the pelvis shifts out towards the left side. And then, with a measured pace, you return to an upright position. Loosen up and let yourself feel into the movement. Yes, take a moment to see how you feel right now. And have you noticed that you feel quite different after these few exercises? Imagine doing this regularly, and I'd like to motivate you for that. Do this 6 times a week, incorporate it into your routine, and notice how you keep feeling better because of it. And if you want more videos, you can check out our channel